Hi everybody, this is the first lesson for geometry. We're really going to start with a little bit of algebra review. That these are just the skills that you're going to need that we're going to be doing on a regular basis. So, you can see a couple of problems up here. These are just simple solving algebra problems. So for this first one, it says solve for x. Okay, we got x plus 7 equals 20. The key thing here is that equal sign. I always think of it kind of as like a scale. All right, if you add something to one side, it's going to weigh that side down. We want to keep things equal. So whatever you do on one side, you have to do the same thing on the other side. It keeps that equation balanced and equal. But we're trying to solve for x. So we want that x to be by itself. Right now we're adding 7 to it. So to get rid of that plus 7, we're going to subtract 7. Back to that scale idea. Whatever you do on one side of that equal sign, do the exact same thing on the other side. So when you add 7 and subtract 7, those things cancel out. You are left with just x equals 20 minus 7 is 13. Okay, simple idea. There's the solution for that. For the second example, we have to do a little bit of work before we can use that idea of the balance in the scale. So what we have are some like terms. We got to combine those like terms first. 2x minus x. 2x minus x is just 1x. So we write it this way. We also have the constants. 4 minus the 2. 4 minus 2 is a positive 2, so we're going to put x plus 2 equals the 10. Okay, now we're at a very similar problem that we started with in the first one. We want to get x by itself. We're going to subtract 2. We have to do the same thing from both sides. That gets the x by itself. And we're left with a simple answer of x equals 8. All right. They get a little bit more involved, obviously, but these next problems here, a couple of steps. So again, we're trying to solve for x. So we need that by itself, but that x has a couple of things being done to it. First, we got to times 3. Then we're also subtracting a 6. So remember order of operations. That tells you what operations to do first. When we're solving, we're actually doing the order of operations backwards. So to get this x by itself, we first have to focus on getting the x term by itself. So that 3x, we want that to be all alone. We're subtracting 6 from it, so to undo the subtraction, add 6. Do the same thing to both sides. Subtract 6 minus 6, that gets us our 3x all by itself. 20 plus 6 is 26. All right, now we want the x by itself. So right now, that x is being multiplied by 3. We need to undo that multiplication. That's division. So we're going to divide this side by 3. Same thing with that scale. Whatever you do to one side, you've got to do the same thing to the other side. So we're going to divide both sides by 3. Those 3's cancel out. You're multiplying and dividing by the same number. Those are inverse operations. They cancel each other out. We are left with just plain old x. Now, 26 divided by 3, that's not a clean number. It's okay. It's still a number. You can leave it as 26 thirds. Perfectly fine. It doesn't really simplify. If you wanted to, you could go, let's see, 3 goes into 26, 8 complete times with the remainder of 2 left over. So 8 and 2 thirds. There's no reason to do that extra work. That's just fine. For this last example, again, what we're going to be getting into with geometry with some of the ideas, you're going to be adding expressions. Sometimes you might be subtracting expressions. So you're going to have to do these combining of like terms. So with this one, we're adding these two expressions here. Okay? So, like terms. X plus 2x is 3x. 5 plus a negative 3 is a positive 2. Equals 15. All right? Now, what we're at with this is just like what we started with in that last example. So, we got to get the x term by itself. So what we're going to do, subtract the 2 first from both sides. 3x is all by itself. It equals 13. We want the x by itself. X is being multiplied by 3, so we have to undo that by dividing by 3. Same thing on both sides. That gets us our x by itself. And again, 13 thirds, it's not a clean number, it's a fraction. Who cares? Fractions are numbers too. 13 thirds. What is this? 4 and 1/3. Great. Okay. That's a simple idea of solving some of these algebra equations. We're going to be doing this pretty soon in the year, first couple of days for sure. So hope this helps. That's all.